This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I got a video for you today, and what we're talking about is how women absolutely cannot have it all. You can't. I'm going to show you a really interesting video clip, about a minute long, and then we're going to come back with my perspective. Give me just a second. Let me share my screen with you.
But it's not. You cannot be successful and have money and have healthy relationship and happiness in your marriage and relationship. That's where there is a big lie. People have to choose. For a man being provider and protector, he can. He can have a money and he can have a relationship because his job is what? Exactly. But for a woman, it's not. This is cool. Exactly. This is accepted, but stop making yourself wrong and shift to the feminine, because you still have a masculine energy. You cannot attract strong masculine men who will take care of you only if you shift to feminine. You get it? And so when a woman says, to me, a priority is more important relationship, happiness, harmony, and balance, she can then start detaching from work, success, and money. And when she detaches, a man can take care of her. It's the same thing.
Now, I know the video might have been a little low, but I'm figuring you can understand what she's talking about. First off, the first important thing that I want to note is that those are a bunch of Karens sitting in a house, getting it together, getting themselves, getting their mind right. Okay? Counseling and coaching one another about the lies of feminism. So never let it be said that just because you're not aware that the Karens are doing this, that they're not doing this, that they're not hipping each other and pulling each other's coattails to the fact that this feminism that every woman in America has been told and fed is actually not workable. It is incongruent to the nature of women. It is directly opposed, diametrically opposed to a woman's nature, and this is why it's failing, because it is a lie, because there is no biological truth attached to it. It's based on lies, it came from lies, it festers in lies, and therefore women have been failing and being miserable and being bitter for generations, and the Karens are figuring out, we need to get this in order. We need to do this. It was the Karens that voted for number 45. They did that. They had a choice for Hillary Clinton, and they didn't choose her. They did not choose her. They was like, nah, we're not gonna put the fate of the country in a Karen's hand. We don't trust each other like that. Nah, because we know how we are. We're women, and this isn't gonna go very well. And then they turn around and duped you with Kamala. You went for a hook, line, and sinker. Even though she was running on VP and not to be the president, you still took that up and was like, yeah, we got to get her in office. Goofball. Goofy. Keep on falling for the okie doke. They are done with the okie doke. You the only one still here standing in the bag like an idiot. You the only We see the writing on the wall. This economy is tanking. You know, it's a lot of stuff that's about to hit the fan right now. And we're not trying to be left out in the cold. So guess what? We're going to ditch this feminism, strong, independent. I can do it on my own. I can be, you know what I'm saying, a career woman. Listen, we're going to choose our families because half these careers is going to go down the tubes anyway, not even going to be available in the next few years. If this economy keep going the way that it's going, though, those of us who have these little jobs, little social job, whatever little job we got, these jobs are not stable. And if nothing taught you that, should have been the quarantine taught you that. Should have been the quarantine taught you that. Because a lot of Black women lost their job because of the type of job it was. And it wasn't essential. The only Black women who really didn't face that is if you was working in the medical field or something of that nature. Then you had the okay, your job is essential, so therefore you're not really going to be laid off or what have you. But for the rest of y'all that was having these little office jobs or whatever, and them offices closed up and you couldn't come down there, that was over with. That was done with. Wasn't nobody trying to deal with that. You was down bad. You was down bad. Study talking about you strong and independent, but you was calling these guys trying to figure out how to get some extra toilet tissue out of Walmart because they only letting you get one pack at a time. Girl, poop if you don't knock it off. So that's number one. The Karens are getting themselves together while y'all sitting around still being hard-headed, trying to call women like me mammies and pick-me's and names that don't stop the flow of nothing. They're actually listening to one another and trying to get the message, trying to get their life together. Now, they're exposing the biggest lie of feminism, which is that women can have successful careers, etc., and also the successful traditional family life. And the main reason that this is a lie is because basically it's saying that a woman can be equal parts masculine and feminine, and she can work her life in two diametrically opposed paths and come out on top for each of them. That doesn't even make sense. That I can go left and right at the same time. That I can go up and down at the same time. All I gotta do is put my mind to it. Like, that's stupid. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in any way, shape, or form in any other facet of life or any other sphere of thought. But for whatever reason, modern women, Black women were brainwashed into actually believing that I can go and spend my time and spend all my effort and spend all my energy with the whole go get a career, go be a boss chick, go do this, go do that. And I can also turn around and do the whole traditional woman, have a family, wife, a husband, have children, and all that. And I can do that in equal measure, and I'll have equal success in both things because I can go up and down at the same time because I'm some type of a unicorn, Black girl magic unicorn. I'm some type of, I'm an anomaly. I'm a whole anomaly, right? As if you focus on one thing, that something else won't go to the wayside or it won't suffer. If I'm focusing on writing or doing something else and I get absorbed into that, I might forget that I got eggs boiling on the, you understand what I'm saying? Because all of us done been there, oh crap, the eggs, because you put them on and then you went to go focus on something else that gathered all your attention and all of your energy, and you actually literally forgot that you was cooking or that something was going on. That happens on the micro and the macro. So you're not going to be able to spend 20 or 30 years of your life. How many lives you think you got? What are you, a cat? You can't spend 20, 30 years pursuing your career goals and a whole entire set of goals, and then I guess rewind the clock and go back and do the other thing so that you can end up with both prizes. It doesn't work that way. The women who are focusing on career and masculinity never stop to consider that you spend all your time. So the life that you work for is actually the life you gotta live. You gotta live it now. You work for that life. Excuse me. My apologies. You worked for that life. So now you have to live that life. You got to live the life you work for. What was the point of working for a life that you didn't actually want to live? What was the point of going out, going to school, getting a job, getting money, being a boss, this, that, like yada, yada, yada? What was the point of that if you wasn't going to settle back and be cool with that? Well, I'm good with that. You know, I did my thing. You know, stick to your guns when you say you don't need no man. No man. Don't even just say you don't need no black man. You don't need no kind of man. And that's what, when these strong and independent black women, they don't think about. They don't think about that fact that strong and independent, being by yourself, mean be by yourself forever. You don't get to switch that off because you created a life that sustains that mindset. So where you think you get off doing something different? Who do y'all think y'all really are? And if you want to switch off and do something different and be traditional, why come you didn't do that in the first place? Because obviously the whole career masculine thing was unfulfilling to you, because if it was, you wouldn't look for something else to do. You'd be cool with the outcome that you got because that was the fulfilling thing. That was the thing that made you whole as a person. So once you do the thing that make you whole as a person, you actually enter into a state of contentment because you have been fulfilled. But y'all don't ever enter into a state of contentment because it's not fulfilling. And you only are finding that fulfillment in the traditional gender feminine role that you discarded so long ago. Now all of a sudden that's the crown and achievement. Girl, if you don't knock it off, that should have been the crown and achievement from the get-go. What you spend all that time doing something useless for, you don't even like it. What's the point of you making $125,000 if you want a man to come make that same amount and give it to you? What was the point of that? Like, y'all can't make that stuff make sense. And how many generations got to go through this before y'all understand it and get it through your thick skull that it don't actually work? How many black women got to get to the end of the rainbow to tell you that there's no pot of gold, there's only a pot of BS at the end of it? That's the only thing at the end of this so-called rainbow is a pot of BS, and I don't want it, and it stank. And you know, can we go back over the rainbow and start again with another rainbow? Because this one it ended up real bad. I'm down bad at the end of this one. How many women have to do that before black women get the message? We don't get the message. We are the only group of women that refuse to come to the terms of the reality of the fact that feminism was a bad deal for everybody. But all y'all gotta experience it firsthand in order to even acknowledge this fact. You can't learn from other people's mistakes or problems. That's how I know you don't think. That's how we know you're not wise. That's how we know you don't have no wit about you. That's how I know your spiritual value is crappy. Because you are unable to look at the other women around you and say, "It's something wrong with this picture. Why would I follow in those footsteps if I don't like that result?" Because all of y'all think y'all special snowflakes that are going to be able to do the same thing and come up with a different result. And it's not possible. It's not possible. It's dumb. That's like thinking I can end up in Germany if I keep taking the plane that ends up in Paris, France. If you want to go to Germany, go to Germany. Why are you're not going to get to Germany if you keep on every flight you plan ends up with a flight that go to Paris. Well, if I just make this flight to go to Paris. It'll be Germany when I get there. Girl, if you don't knock it off, this is the stupidest thing in the world. Them Karens is getting it together. Y'all somewhere still got insults and stupid ideas in your mouth and in your brain. You be left out in the cold. Sound off in the comments section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.